Thank you for watching another episode of Scandal in Your Life. My name is Scandal, and since you just let me into your life, I'm going to let you into a little bit of mine. Today we're going to talk about toxic females in a relationship. Toxic relationships, toxic girlfriends. This one, I was dating a girl one time. This is my late teens, and then also years later in my adulthood. We'll say in my 20s. This girl, pretty woman, pretty girl, Trinidadian girl. She fit whatever these girls are going for now. She had the face, she had the shape for it. She was nice. She was something to look at, but she was fucking crazy. And she was crazy to the point where she would pull out knives on me. She was that type of relationship. I'm not one to hit a female, but she made you want to restrain. You had to restrain this chick. She was a little extra. And she pulled out knives on me one time. I think I said this in another one. I had to take her, grab her, bend her wrist back, and then she dropped that knife and went and got another knife. And I had to take her, bend her wrist back, and like, if you get another knife, I'm going to treat you like you're a guy out in the street, and I'm going to get my knife. You got to relax. So she was that type of female. But I'm young, you know. I'm enamored with the looks, and you know, this is cool. No. So at one point in the relationship, we broke up. And she was like, you know what, still come through, see me, whatever, I'm dealing with somebody else. But I want you to, you know, I'm going to describe my new boyfriend to you. He's going to come through probably with one of his friends to just chill. And I want you to stick him up about 2 blocks from my house. You know, don't do it on my block. Say what now? So now, you want me to stick up the new guy. Why? Oh, because he has bread and he's being cheap with his money, so... You know, take what you can, you know, and me and you will split it. You know, of course, I would never do anything like that. But this is the type of female she was. Another incident, like she was just a wild girl. She was in a clothing store one time, and the guard wanted to check her bag. She didn't do anything actually. She actually didn't do anything, but he wanted to check her bag. So he touched the bag, she stabbed him in the leg. That type of female. Type of female that would see dudes in the street and always try to get me into something.
You're in the mix. Fat Flavors. Turn it up. This is hip hop.
Oh, fuck is he looking at? You know, dudes is looking at me. I'm like, yeah, go ahead. You know, I gotta tell them to go ahead because she's trying to provoke stuff, and nobody needs that. No man needs a woman like that. That's very dangerous. Or she would come to the house and just be disruptive. Like when I first met, I was in a group home. So she would come through and turn the TV while people are watching TV. And I'm like, what are you doing? Like, you playing around with these dudes in here, or you here to see me? Like, what's going on? Very destructive, very crazy. So then, as we get older, so now we stopped dealing with each other for years, you know. I went away on vacation, and, you know, she was living her life. And so I'm back on the scene. I'm with somebody, but, you know, we still link up and talk, and she's like, yo, I'm out here, I'm hustling. She's selling stun guns and knives and all this other stuff. She's like, let's get some bread. All right, so do that for a little bit. Then she's like, you know what? I got to connect where we can get some burners, and we can start making some money like that. So I'm like, I'm young, old enough to know, but I'm still like, all right. And then she says this. She said, but mind you, she's a female, pretty type female. The least likely type of female that you would see and think that she was like this. She's like, all right, so we get this money, we start doing this. If we get caught, you snitch on me, I'm gonna have to kill your chick and your son. And I'm like, all right, fair enough, but if you snitch on me, I gotta kill your 2 sons, because she had 2 sons at this point from someone else. And she was like, all right, we just dapped it up, and it was like, this is a bit much. This is too hood nigga shit. I'm not used to going through this with a female. I just didn't. I was like, she's too much out there. She called me one time because a friend hurt somebody, and there's a weapon involved, and she want me, and I had no vehicle, to come on the train and come pick up some weapon.
Are you talking to me on a cellular phone? I don't know you. Who is this? Don't come here. I'm hanging up the phone. Prank caller.
And she's just too much, and she thrived on it. She thrived on being just reckless. She loved that stuff. She liked the fight. and you wouldn't get that by seeing her. Like this is an incident. When she was younger, we were both younger. She ran up on some girl and tried to take a polo jacket, spun the girl around to take a polo jacket off of her, and realized, oh, this girl goes to my dance class. I'm like, how are you a thug in dance class, man? It just doesn't make sense. It's like, you got to stop. You got a family that loves you. You're doing too much. Like, these dangerous females will get you in trouble. So now you look at these things that are going on now. They had an incident in the Bronx. This girl is yelling at some guy, and she's telling him, SMD, and she's going on and on and on until he reacts, until he put hands on her. Now her man comes, he doesn't do anything, which is a good thing, because a lot of us guys, we will overreact. I will fight to protect my woman. I'm not going to fight over my woman. Like, if she's doing something with some other guy, that's them. But I'll fight to defend her. But my woman now, my wife now, she's to the point where she tells me, I'm not going to put you in a situation where you can lose your freedom. We have good jobs. We have a lot to lose. It's not worth it. Now, on that same note, if somebody violates, I take things to the extreme, but she doesn't put herself in situations like that where it would get to that point. Now, if it's just some random stuff in the street, I check it. I'll check people quick. That's just part of my nature. But she goes on her way to not put me in a situation where I'm going to have to react. Even at her job, at our job, you know, don't argue with these men at the job. Any coworkers we have, if it's a guy, don't argue with him, because he's going to say something sideways, and I'm going to have to get involved, and it's going to go really left, really, really quickly. And a lot of these tough guys, you know, as soon as you press them, they want to call 911 on you. So to avoid all that, you keep it smooth. But I say this to say, stop dealing with these toxic females. Like, don't get caught up in the looks and don't get caught up with the physical part of everything, because they're dangerous. Like, this chick, had I been a little dumber, you know, I'd have been robbing her new boyfriends and possibly getting myself arrested or even hurt. Most likely arrested, because at the time, I didn't see me getting hurt by some random whatever. Then she's out there doing other stuff. She's wild. She was wild. Very wild person. And girls like this will bring you down, guys. They will bring you down, and they love it. A lot of them love the drama. They love to see that kind of turmoil in somebody's life. Like, those are the type of girls that like to come visit you in jail. You know, they'll come visit you a couple times, and they make a year, 2 years out of it. Actually, when she stabbed this guard in the leg, I'm sitting there with a relationship with somebody else, and the court with bail money for this chick. Like, yeah, what am I doing? I'm doing too much. I was doing too much. Like I said, this was a while ago. I was in my late 20s. I knew better, but you get caught up. You definitely get caught up in these things, and these females will bring you down. There's a lot of guys like that too, ladies, so I know that's a whole different story. But I'm just talking about men getting caught up with females. We get caught up with females all the time, and you know, especially when they're the cutesy type, when anything goes wrong, if she snaps her fingers, we're ready to overreact. Guys, don't overreact. Step back, think twice. It's like, yo, first of all, if she calls you for some foolishness involving especially another male, how did she get in this situation, first of all? Why is she in a situation that I need to be involved in now? What happened? So figure out, ask questions, stay smart. Stay smart, because when you're sitting there and you locked up for a lot of years, you know, you might get a couple packages, a few visits, but believe she's out there doing her, and you in there, you know, doing your hand. So think twice, be smart. Once again, my name is Scandal. This is just a quick thing. I happened to be talking about this with somebody the other day at my job about crazy females and how they're not worth the headache, and this story came up. So once again, stay strong, be safe. My name is Scandal. Peace.